words about the aftermath of the Cherry Blossom Festival. I have no idea what Prairie is going to want to do next year. We have time to talk about it, but we obviously were concerned about the number of people that came. We're happy that no one was hurt, that no arrests were made, and people had a great time. It was just getting off the island and getting on the island. And what did that highlight? It highlighted the bridge, it highlighted the subway, and it highlighted the tram to a lesser extent. As a result of the Cherry Blossom Festival, Kevin and Jack reached out to Commissioner Esposito of OEM. Jack had worked with him before. I don't remember, Kevin, if you had worked with him or not, but and he, on April 25th, conducted a meeting for us. And we were there, Sheldon, myself, Kevin, Jack, Esposito had representatives of the 114, the traffic police, FDNY, the MTA, and the FDNY, CERT. I'm trying to think of who else, Kevin, I don't remember who else, but
Hornblower.
no, Hornblower was not there at the first meeting, just EDC was there. And what Esposito said was he was going to become an integral part in our planning for large events. He was going to plan for all of the interested agencies to meet around a table and come up with a security, transportation, safety plan. And he did. So on May 2nd, we went back to OEM and we were in a room with about 40, I'm guessing about 40 people, and Hornblower, EDC, MTA, a couple of people from MTA, COLA was represented, many different aspects of the NYPD, including the transit police, including 114, special events or community events are a special part of NYPD, FDNY, and lots of individuals from OEM. OEM committed to us that they would basically be here. For example, our next big event is going to be Figment, and that's June 1st and 2nd, and people are concerned about what's going to happen after the number of people that came here for the Cherry Blossom Festival. And so we're going to use Figment as a test case. This is the language of Esposito. And so we may have a lot more people in terms of safety and police than we need, but better to have more than less. And so on May 2nd, we sat around this table. We had the map of the island. Everyone discussed what they were going to plan, how many people there would be, where they would be stationed, barricades, hundreds and hundreds of barricades for the control of pedestrians going into the subway. Many police out in Queens, because it wasn't enough just to be at the bridge, but going out in Queens to take care of the traffic coming to the island, if that happens. It was a great meeting, and the OEM also committed to being here on the island on the day of the festival. We were thrilled. It was more than we frankly expected, and we're having another meeting on May 15th to basically finalize the plans. And as a result of all of this planning, we now are having different kinds of meetings with Figment, the producer of the event. And so we're focusing more on food, water, porta potties, those issues that OEM will not be focusing on. So I'm feeling very pleased, comfortable, and May 15th we'll be there again. And then I meet every Tuesday, the first Tuesday of every month, with the president of RIOC, Lynn Shinzaki, and she suggested that we have some type of open meeting for the residents to discuss all of this. thought it was a great idea, and so on May 23rd, we're gonna have a town hall meeting for the community. We will have, Jackie Kevin will be there, we'll have representatives of OEM and the 114, and we'll share with the community what we're doing and answer your concerns and your questions. So I think we're on track to having, I hope, a fantastic festival. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Last year at Governor's Island, they had about 12,000 people. We have no idea yet, but we're having tickets, so you must buy a ticket to come, and we'll see how it goes, but we'll be prepared. With respect to July 4th, I don't know whether this is good news or bad, but so far we have been informed that the barges, the Macy's barges, will be south of the Brooklyn Bridge. OEM is going to map the actual location, but their belief is that there will be no visibility from our island. If that's the case, I'm going to recommend that we not have an event. Can't see anything. I don't see whether there'll be an event or not. It makes no sense to me to have an event. We will be talking with New York State Parks Department, which controls the Fort Freedom's Park. I think if they get confirmation that what we've been told is correct and that there will be no visibility of the fireworks here, I think Fort Freedom's will probably close at its normal hour and there will be no event. So we will stay in touch with the community as we learn more and get more details about that. As I hope you guys know, we got awarded a grant for a bike lane on the east side of the island, $5 million, and we are proceeding to work on some plans on the east side. It's not going to be the whole east side. Initially, it's going to be the first phase. I've always dreamed about a bike lane around the entire island. I think it would be beautiful. $6 million is not going to do that, but we're going to fix up or plan to have a lane off of the ramp that's being planned, because the ramp is moving forward. In terms of the planning, the ramp is ahead of the bike lane. We already have 3 design proposals that were given to DOT, and they have not been, we haven't gotten feedback yet from DOT on those. But the lane is going to take probably about 15 months, and the bike ramp is,
you have enough when you're done. All right, guys, I gotta go.
we're scheduled to work on the design next year and construction to begin 2021. You heard about the youth center finally getting going again, as I'm sure you recall, because of the change in the scope. We terminated the original contract and went out with a new RFP, and now we'll get back to work and finishing it up. They're going to start work next week, which is going to be great. Motorgate, we're going to have to go out to the public pretty soon when we have a meeting with the winning contractor. There were actually two different projects going on simultaneously. There's a study that's going on to look at the traffic flow in Motorgate and the striping issues and the signage issues and the location of the charging stations.
And the lighting.
And the lighting. The other is the waterproofing, which is desperately needed. The waterproofing is going to start, it could have started before June 1st. Given the fact that Figment is coming, we said this is crazy, let's just wait till Figment is over, and then we'll start that waterproofing project. And it'll be done in phases. Motorgate will never be closed. There are, I think, about 190 reserved spots, and those people will have to be moved around. So there will be some inconvenience, but we'll try to limit that inconvenience. It's a long project. It's going to start in June, then it's going to have to stop in the winter months because they can't do the cement work in the winter months, and then it'll start again in the spring, and hopefully the whole project will be done in about 15 or 16 months. And the charging stations, I know we've gotten a lot of interest in when are they coming, and as a result of that interest, we are going to not wait till the end of this project to do the charging stations. We're going to figure out how to implement that part of the plan, that is the charging stations, while the other project is going forward. The tram elevator, I know, I'm pulling out my hair from the tram elevator. We finally have gotten approval from the Department of Buildings and the MTA on the redesign, thank goodness. The contractor is now seeking permits, and we just have to wait for those permits. I've been assured that it will be before the end of the summer. There'll be that the construction will start again, and the estimate is about 18 months for completion. Hope Memorial, it's bogged down in government bureaucracy. There was a meeting, it sounded like we are on target for registration with the city controller, but in the meantime, we put out our purchase order for the granite that's needed, because the granite is going to take a fair number of weeks to produce. So we're moving forward on the granite. So as soon as we get the city blessing, we'll be able to move forward on the construction. A lot of you have asked me how our chief, Jack McManus, is doing. There was a statement that he made that I don't know if it went out today, if not it'll go out tomorrow. And he's got a challenge of a serious illness, and he's brave and courageous and loves his community and pushes himself to come in at least twice a week. And he was at every meeting in OEM, anything important that's going on, he's here, and we wanted to continue to do that. But the requirements of his condition will not allow him to continue as chief. So that position will come to an end on June 30th. He's going to continue as a consultant. I've done some really exciting projects on him, including that blue light security system that I think would be great to bring to this part of the island, which has been put on the Cornell campus. He's going to be working on that, as well as large events and other projects. And so we want to have a big party for him, because he can't retire without a party. And so the party is going to be scheduled for June 26th. It's going to be in the chapel in the evening, and we want everybody to come. I was originally going to make it later, and then people said, no, people go on vacation. You can't go on vacation. You've got to come to this party, and I want everybody.
That may push our transit cap, though.
What?
Party for Jack can push our transit cap capacity.
I hope so. And lastly, I want to thank David Crabb. I have a little gift for you, David Crabb. Because next week, on the 17th of May, David Crabb will be with our board for 25 years, which is extraordinary. And I want to thank you, David, for everything you do and your commitment to the community. And I just think we're very lucky to have had you here and to continue to have you on our board. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody, and thank you, Susan. It's been an honor, sometimes a difficult honor, to undertake to be on this board, but I don't have anything prepared to say. It was a lovely surprise to me. So I'll keep it short. It's a difficult, complicated job, and the law mandates that a certain number of board members be island residents. And I think that there are residents on this island who would be willing to step forward if asked. And I hope that the governor will continue his efforts to get our board maybe then I can retire. But I often say, when people make future projections, I'll still be on the board. But let's talk about a couple of things briefly before I get into this present, which feels like it's a great present. Just what I needed to get through these meetings. I think I'm glad we're going through such heavy preparation for the June 1st and 2nd event. I think the Cherry Blossom Festival showed us that there were some limits on our preparation based on our lack of ability to make proper projections of how many people would be here. The numbers were too big, and we have some very finite limits on our transportation. We just do. We're an island. The new word for isolate, insular, and a whole lot of other things, which means when we're on an island, there are differences in accessibility. That's why it's an island. And the tram has limits on how many people can handle in an hour. The subway has limits on how many people can handle in an hour, and particularly on weekends. And the ferry service has yet to become part of the mental fabric of all of New York City, the way the subway is. And I'll be very interested to see the results in the head count and see if we might need to limit events in the future. Very well practiced, that number's up to 5,000. The fireworks festival has shown that in the past. Like the technical term called a feast crowd. It's when a crowd gathers to celebrate something. Firework festival is a feast crowd. Cherry Blossom is also a feast crowd. I think that's partially, or to some degree, responsible for the fact that despite the frustrations and anxieties of the lack of ease of transportation, the crowd was still pretty well behaved. When you study crowds, and I have, as part of my college degree, as a matter of fact, you find the crowds can shift very quickly. It takes very little to turn a crowd bad. And we want that to never happen. As people remarked, no one was hurt. There were no arrests. 15,000 angry people, and you can very well have people getting hurt and arrests. But the fact that it was a feast crowd, when they came happy, and if they got unhappy leaving, well, they're on their way out. And well, we may find in the future that there are some very specific limitations on how large an amount we can handle here. And I think we have to be prepared to accept that finding, accept every lesson that we learn on the Cherry Blossom Festival and June 1st and 2nd. Since I just became chair on the seniority basis, I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn.